Hello everyone, my name is Troy, and welcome back to the KotLC Fanbase. Today I'm going to be doing one of my favorite pastimes, which is reading and reacting to 1-star reviews of Keeper of the Lost Cities. I find these very entertaining because not only am I very protective of my babies, but also people will just hate on a book for literally the smallest reasons, and I think that'll be pretty clear once we get into the video. So I'm really excited to delve into some of these 1-star reviews. Please do be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to our channel down below, and comment down below what you thought of the Keeper of the Lost Cities graphic novel if you have read it. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. I'm going to delve into my thoughts in my next video. But without further ado, let's read some 1-star reviews. Alrighty, we're going to start with Jasmine with a 1-star review. DNF did not finish at 80%. Sophie is the most infuriating character I have ever read in my life, not even joking. The whole book is about how special and amazing she is with these unique abilities, but at the same time she is so completely and utterly stupid. I'm surprised she hasn't accidentally died with everything that goes on. Also, another thing about the book I could not stand was how Americanized it is. They're supposed to live in this super cool elf world, but I couldn't focus on the story when the world wasn't like a unique foreign fantasy land because how many references to American culture there were. Like, study hall and midterms. Come on, how hard is it to come up with different words to make it sound more fantastical? This book is an absolute waste of time, and how it managed to get such a high rating is beyond me. Okay, I'll give you your take. Great job on this review. I just don't think it's very valid. Literally the whole thought piece behind this book is we take a 12-year-old, just any average 12-year-old off the street, give them a bunch of powers and see what happens. We're not expecting this teenager to be a master of her abilities, especially because she doesn't know that she has abilities when we start. How can you expect her to be a master of her abilities and this prodigy as an elf when she's been growing up as a human her whole life? I also can't agree with the point of this fantasy land being Americanized, because not only was it based off of like a different culture, America and the United States is not the only places where we have schools. Schools are in basically every country. The midterms and tests is not something that's exclusive to America, so I don't think that's a fair critique. Elves need education just like humans do. We also know from the books that before elves and humans split, they were actually living together, and so it makes sense for them to have similar cultures, similar societies. I just don't think this review is a good review at all. Next review is from B. I'm DNFing this book. I can't do this anymore. 1 star. The only thing you need to know, and this should send you running away from this book, is that in the elven world, dinosaurs still exist. They're trained to be vegetarian. Like, what? Does the author realize that that would completely destroy the ecosystem, or... Anyway, I'm done talking about this book. This is a fantasy world. This is a fantasy world. What ecosystem are we talking about? This review actually does contain one of my biggest plot holes or pet peeves about this series, and that is with the dinosaurs. We meet Verdi and some other dinosaurs in the first book, and it drives me crazy because if we just do a quick Google search, when did the dinosaurs go extinct? Dinosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago. And Shannon specifies that some of the oldest elves are only about a couple thousand years old. So I don't know how the elves could save the dinosaurs. And if Shannon had just done a couple Google searches, she could know that this doesn't work at all, and dinosaurs cannot exist in the same world as elves, much less humans, gnomes, ogres, whatever. It seems like she just threw it in to be silly and fantastical, but it just doesn't quite work. Needless to say though, this is an inch, like a tiny centimeter of the book, and it should have no impact on the overall rating because it's just such a small gripe. If you're basing this whole book just on the dinosaurs, you clearly haven't read far enough. I can't believe you'd be so angry at one little detail that you would not finish a book or rate it 1 star. I think that's a little ridiculous. Did not finish. If I have to read about Sophie's special brown eyes again, I will actually set myself on fire. I'll admit, the eyes thing was never something I really got behind. I'm not a person in general that looks at people's eye color, and so it wasn't a huge deal to me that Sophie's eyes were brown, but it's something that like visibly marks Sophie as different from the elves. It's something that allows people to be prejudiced against her for living with humans, and I think it is important that Sophie has some sort of feature that distinguishes her, because that's such a key point in the first couple books when she's still acclimating to the elven world. But it is definitely cringy, especially being older, going back and reading, oh my gosh, she's brown eyes, she's crazy, she's so weird. yeah, it's a little bit cliche and a little bit cringy, but it is important for the plot. This one is a good one. Dumbest book I've ever read. There isn't any plot, the twists are unbelievably predictable, and no really threatening villains. As for Sophie, she rivals Bella Swan in utter stupidity. She's a carbon copy of Bella. Seriously, Stephenie Meyer should sue. She is such a pick-me girl. It was almost unbearable. No, scratch that, it was unbearable. As for the side characters, they were so impossibly annoying. I almost vomit reading the dialogue. Everything Keith said has made me want to gouge my eyes out. Fitz was a pathetic wuss. Zero personality except he's hot. And so many pop culture references, each one worse and more irrelevant than the last. And as for humor, it was severely lacking. Shannon Messenger makes Stephenie Meyer look like William Shakespeare. All in all, if you want your time and lose brain cells, go ahead and read it. Don't bother reading the rest because they get worse. I didn't even know that was possible. Madeline, Madeline, Madeline. If a book makes you want to gouge your eyes out, why did you keep reading? Why did you keep reading? Because it says you kept reading the series, even though you wanted to vomit? You wanted to gouge your eyes out? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Maybe we should think about that. No, but in all seriousness, I think this is just ridiculous. I haven't even read the Twilight series, and I don't know who Bella Swan is, but I think this is just girl hate. Because Sophie is a woman, she gets a lot of unnecessary hate for being so ordinary, when that's the whole point of the book. Like, I don't understand. In the first book, yeah, she's incredibly normal, but the Lost Cities is an outlet for her to expand her personality and be her true self. And as you go through the series, Sophie becomes more of a natural born leader, and I think that's the beauty of what the series is. Character growth is something that's really important to me, and it's really exemplary throughout the series. The last one that we have time for this video is by Jules, who says, was in a 4-month reading slump before reading this. I thought I was at rock bottom. Upon finishing this book, I realized I can dig lower. First, can we just applaud Jules for this wonderful review? No, but in all seriousness, it's a great thing that you finished the book. I mean, a lot of the reviews that we read today were basically saying they didn't finish the book, and so at least you read the book, even if that spiraled you into an even worse reading slump than you were in. But no, I'm just joking. I think that it's valid if you don't like a book. Some of these reviews are a little extreme, but hey, I don't like all the books that I read, and so I don't expect everyone to love a book that I love. That's all the reviews that we have time for today. I hope you did enjoy this video. I know sometimes it's hard to hear criticism about something that you love, but I think it's a good practice because you can find even more appreciation for what you love. I had a good time making this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did enjoy this video, please do be sure to leave a like, subscribe to our channel down below for more videos coming soon. I want to make a video about the graphic novel and my thoughts on it, so stay tuned. And comment down below what you think about some of these reviews, as well as what you think about the graphic novel that just came out recently. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Love you so much.